All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Tonight we got a good show for you guys. Anthony, you want to read off what we are going to be talking about tonight?
We're going to go over some things. We have video games, getting your life together, a good cup of coffee, morning routine.
Don't sound too excited about it. Getting your life together.
How sci-fi was.
Life is miserable.
Well, getting your life together is hard. We'll talk about that after a good cup of coffee because I think starting out your day off with a good cup of coffee.
Hey, your morning outlook changes the entire day, which will change your entire week, which will change your month and your life.
Wow, bro! All because of a
cup of coffee.
All right,
don't drink Dunkin's.
So I gotta say, hold on a second. And he says that as he's drinking a Dunkin's right now. So
it's a convenience coffee.
All right, so
I don't need any more explanation besides it's a convenience coffee.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're also from Boston, so we have a Dunkies on every single fucking corner.
Yeah, we got a Dunkies
every corner,
everywhere.
3 every mile.
But guys, if you had to pick where to get a coffee from, what are you gonna choose?
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yeah.
What?
Your kitchen?
Your kitchen? Okay, fair enough. Fair. Because
I was not expecting that.
100%. I get the little K-Cups.
You got the Keurigs, yeah?
Hell yeah. Well, I usually use the Starbucks K-Cups.
Okay, but
they got this dank-ass creme brulee one.
When you make it in your kitchen, though...
Creme brulee.
Yeah.
When you make it in the kitchen, though, the battle I run into is it's really annoying to make iced coffee in the kitchen. Because I make my Keurig coffee, and it comes out hot, and I have to put ice in it, which immediately melts, then it's diluted, then the ice I put in after that finally stays and makes it cold. It's just a lot.
They make a machine which makes cold brew coffee. So it'll turn out cold from the get-go, which is, and I think it's going to be stronger and taste better too. But I also think it's like $300. So
my birthday's coming up.
There you go.
My birthday's
might be
coming
worth
up.
it.
The boys.
We're going to go to the casino that night. You're going to win $300 and you're going to win a cold brew Keurig machine.
I'm going to buy a cold brew Keurig at 4 in the morning.
Worth it. Didn't Gina just she just won a contest for
she won the drink machine.
No way. God. Yeah. Jealous of that, man.
It pours like martinis, mojitos, whiskey.
Of course she would win that.
It doesn't make
for
coffee.
people who doesn't know what they're talking about, our
straight
friend won a machine that literally makes alcoholic drinks like it's a Keurig but for alcohol, and you can like make like whiskey and Tito's and.
Although I'm not sure how much I trust whiskey out of a K-Cup.
Right. So going back to a good coffee, Dunkin' Donuts is not your best?
No, if I had to pick somewhere to get a coffee, definitely Starbucks.
Definitely Starbucks. I like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Starbucks
it's
makes
inconsistent.
coffee.
You guys have ever tried Einstein's Bagels coffee?
I haven't.
Never heard of it.
Oh my god! All right, so they're not everywhere. I think they have a deal with like a lot of college campuses. So if you're ever visiting a school, they usually have one. I think down in Boston near it's not at Faneuil Hall, but there is an Einstein's near that, and they make the best coffee I've ever tasted. I love it.
To be quite honest, you can get a pretty good coffee at McDonald's.
Newman's
Own is pretty dang.
All right, is that what they use?
Yeah,
I didn't know
Own.
that. I've been getting McDonald's coffee lately at the one near my at Scorpion Bar.
Yeah,
and honestly, it's been consistently better than Dunk's.
That's
100%.
And I always used to trash McDonald's coffee without ever trying it. I was like, it's like, why would you want to get a coffee from McDonald's? It's nasty. But then I tried it for the first time. I just got like 2 sugars in it and milk, and it was like bomb.
Yeah, I've had some McDonald's coffee. It's pretty good, I'd say. It's also wicked cheap. It's worth it.
So I would say
you just can't get McDonald's coffee.
If I had to choose, I would say Starbucks, just like Sean.
Why Starbucks, guys? Isn't that like really?
It tastes better to me. They put more effort into it. Like it actually takes a couple minutes to get your coffee versus like Dunks. You order it and then it's like you turn around for 2 seconds and you're like, oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Well, to be quite honest, I like Starbucks because of the fact that when you go in there and you get just a regular hot coffee, you have the chance to pour the cream in and the sugar in.
Oh, yourself,
if your coffee comes out fucked up, it ain't nobody's fault but yours.
True that. But I think the only thing that gets me about I think they actually have good taste in coffee. But ordering from there, it gives me a nightmare. It's just like I have no idea what any of the words mean.
That one,
I don't even.
You don't have to say the special words.
Do they
like
use like
Fenty
Spanish or French or like a combination of both of them? For like,
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Just go in and say large.
Don't say a large because
I'm scared the barista's gonna berate me. Like, no, you have to say the exact.
The barista's gonna berate me.
Yeah.
How dare you use these donkey terms?
Oh my god.
Sorry, if you don't know Spanish, you can't order.
She breaks out the Starbat.
So, I like the taste of Starbucks better. It is a little more expensive. Worth it to me. The only reason I don't get it every morning on the way to work is because I don't have one close to me. There's not a lot around, or at least in Canton, but there's so many Dunkin' Donuts. I have one 2 minutes away from my house. So Dunkin' Donuts is literally just a convenience coffee for me. If the Starbucks was in the same place as the Dunkin', I would get Starbucks every morning.
Well, is it open? So going into your morning routine every single day, is there a Dunkin' Donuts readily available for you?
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is easily more accessible than
Starbucks open at 5 in the morning.
Question important: how you guys gonna take your coffee? You doing straight black? You doing?
It depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Large ice, caramel swirl, regular with a turbo.
If I make
cream and sugar or
regular cream and sugar. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If I make mine at home, I go hot.
Yeah.
Put a little cream in, a little bit of sugar.
Likes that.
Perfect. But if I'm ordering from Dunkies, just because it's easier to sip it down, because I'm not a big fan of the way they brew it.
Yeah.
You go cream, sugar, mocha, get a flavor in there, switch it up.
Okay.
And get it iced.
Matt, how do you like it?
I get
hot. I like the shot.
I get a medium cold brew with milk and 2 sugars, and I used to for a while I was getting it with almond milk instead because it was healthier and it changes the taste, but then I got sick of it. I went back to regular milk.
So I do the same order: hot coffee, large hot coffee, extra large for all my Dunkies, and I love that extra large Dunkies, man. But straight black with almond milk, and I love the almond milk, and I actually think it tastes better than with the creamer. Or even milk.
The almond milk adds a little bit of sweetness to it without a ton of sugar.
Well, yeah, almond milk doesn't have sugar, but it's made from the nut, and you can kind of taste the almondy thing, so it kind of gives it like a nice nutty taste, and I think that's bomb.
It's definitely better for you. I've tried it, but it's not my go-to.
Yeah, it's not. But you know what? I always hated milk. Like, you know what used to hate me? Like, really fucking pissed me off as a kid was ordering school lunch, and it's like you'll get like a pizza or a burger
So you want
or
milk
chicken.
or milk?
And yeah, and then they give you milk. I'm like, yo, dude, I do not know one person in their adult life who like has regular food and then they get like milk with it. Like,
do
that's
you remember what the shit
I used to have
they
milk
used
every
to
night with
sell
dinner.
us?
Is that not like nasty though? It's like, who drinks milk with like
Every meal? All white people.
Yeah,
Sorry.
to be quite honest, milk's like one of my top 3 drinks. It's water, Arizona tall boys, and milk.
That's disgusting.
Coffee's
That's
like
so
number
fucking
4.
gross, bro. That's fucking good.
Water, Arizona tall boys, and milk.
I got water in there. I'm
And some
safe.
Jack Daniels to top it off at the end.
Yeah,
of
that's
the
number
night.
5.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Why didn't they just give us water? Did that make more sense? I don't know. Yeah. All right. So that was pretty good. I like the orders. So, what else we got on the menu there? AB?
Hold on.
I think Matt.
One last thing. They still have an extra large at Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh hell yeah!
Extra large
Just
hot.
You
Extra large
can't
hot.
get an extra large slice?
$3.77.
Well, that would make sense.
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't really like hot coffee.
Matt's trying to get his life together.
I mean, are we all?
Aren't we all?
Talk
No,
about
getting your life together, is it supposed to be happening at the age of 18? Is it supposed to be happening at the age of 30? We're in the middle of that and we have no idea.
So, what do you guys consider having your life together?
Just having your own place and living
like
independently?
Social standards would be...
not necessarily being like wealthy, because not a lot of people
But
are
what do you even
wealthy.
consider wealthy though?
Just being
Because we're
able to
wealthy
support
compared to like a
yourself.
lot of people
so-
at
No,
our
I
age and
understand.
at our place in life.
Like,
Just
I'm
be
not saying
self-sufficient.
necessarily living paycheck to paycheck, but like you're not necessarily like have an abundance of money, but you're not like
You're not struggling.
worrying about your next paycheck, but like you're like comfortable.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're just happy in your life.
I like that.
I would like to say that that's like you have your life somewhat figured out.
I like what you're saying because I feel like it's a very personal thing. Like some people say they don't have their life together until they're actually successful at 40 years old, doing the job they want, having the family and life that they want, you know? So I think it's different for everybody, you know?
Yeah, having a family is not being successful.
No,
You can
no.
be single, living your own
Yeah.
life, and be very
I
successful.
think actually a lot of people start families and that kind of sets them back from being
Yeah,
successful.
you could have a family, or you could have a wife and kids and have a job that you absolutely hate.
Yeah.
And like not have your life together
Oh, yeah.
because
Okay.
you're miserable.
Yeah.
But I would say
For you, but like, let's say like, so what do you consider having your life together? And like, one, do you think your life is together right now? And two, where do you want to be? If you're not, then like, what would you define as like having your life together?
It's difficult to say. It's like if I were to say like without money, if I were to say without money, even though money is relevant,
Yeah.
the most important thing about like having your life together is just like being happy with what you do, like waking up and like not being like damn, I really have to go to work again, or so miserable about your job, or hating your boss or whatever, just like waking up and being like I want to work today, like, because I love what I do.
Yeah.
Finding that is, I think, when you've made it.
Fair. I like that. So would you say that's where you're at right now?
No, because I work an electrical job that I am absolutely miserable
You don't like
at.
it?
So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, that's a big thing with the young kids that are coming out of high school, not knowing if they want to go to college or not, or go into a trade or something. You don't have to have your life together at that point. You don't have to have it figured out at that point.
Yeah.
You know?
Although I think there's definitely a push that, like, once you turn 18, you're an adult, so therefore you should know. But I think that your upbringing matters a lot, because, like, some families are straight up not going to show you how to get your life together.
Right.
And you'll have to figure that out on your own.
Right.
Other people, it's like they grew up in families that, like...
School's not helping you either.
Oh, not at all. Because, like, what do you guys think school prepares you for?
Nothing.
But like
I've learned things from school, don't get me wrong, and all that, but, you know...
I'll counter with the belief that, like, you know, having your life together really kind of differs with age, to be honest, because having your life together as a 40-year-old is completely having your life together as a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
If you're like a 21-year-old, chances are in today's day and age, you're not, like, self-sufficient enough on your own where you can house yourself, feed yourself, clothe yourself, and, like...
While being mentally healthy all at the same time.
Yeah.
That thing also matters a lot, yeah.
So I feel like having your life together around our age just kind of means, like, you know, having a stable job.
Yeah.
Enough that you can make money and pay your bills.
Which is harder nowadays than it was back then.
100%. It's
sure.
a lot harder nowadays, but that's because a lot of economic bullshit. Well, we won't get into.
No, yeah.
Thanks, boomers.
different day, different.
I don't want to get into. I don't want to argue with the boomers in the comments.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, us having our life together now is going to be completely different than what we're going to consider having our life together at 40. I feel like now we're just kind of like looking too far ahead, like where we should be and not enjoying the process. I feel like we're
going to take it day by day.
Yeah, exactly. You got to kind of take it slowly. You got to kind of...
You should have a plan, I'd say.
You got to look to the brighter side, too. You be grateful for what you have, what's around you, the better stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
I would say a lot of what school prepared me for, not learning math, history, English, was more just like growing socially and social interactions.
Oh, yeah,
and like the making friends and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And really, now that I've been out of high school for what has been 5 years, 6 years for us,
5 years.
I maybe know a couple things from school. I know a couple lines of Spanish, but like other than that, I don't really even use any of the stuff I learned in my English, math, and science and history classes. But I've grown from all the social shit.
Bro,
So I would agree with that. So I think that...
Like, how do you do long division again, bro?
No, so I think that... So you touched upon a thing about social interaction. I think actually that's huge. Like, because...
Yeah,
dude,
absolutely.
what job are you going to get if you can't, like, talk to your interviewer? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to run your business if it's, like, you're not trying to talk to a supplier and you have no idea, like, how to, like, get them to work with you well?
And with technology nowadays, there's no other social interaction you're going to be getting besides getting forced to go to school.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
You're not out playing with kids anymore.
That's
You're on
true.
your iPad.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily that. I think social interaction for like a childhood
it's definitely
age
business skill. I think
it's
it's definitely
evolved
life
in a
skill.
way because, I mean, yeah, you can argue all the bad stuff with technology, but in a way, technology has made
Brought us
us more
closer.
interconnected than ever.
Yeah, but over a screen.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of things that can be like said, like, you know, a lot of people put up facades online, but
So
I feel like
they do in person as well, though. Yeah.
they exactly.
It's very
But I
easy
feel
to
like
get away.
you can go on Twitter and you can like read what someone's thinking about, like, or you can tweet a thought out yourself and have other people comment back on it. You're constantly getting news
You're
through
constantly
like the
getting information,
sources.
yeah.
It's
I think a big problem is that you just don't know what someone's intentions are behind a screen. You know, 'cause they can just be straight
you
lying.
gotta take everything with a grain of salt behind the internet, but.
Controversial statement because Terry is not a giant fan of Gary Vee.
Yeah, we
but-
demonize
Oh,
technology
yeah,
too
yeah.
much.
No, but I don't know if you saw it, but Gary Vee put up an Instagram clip. It was actually probably like a week ago, a couple days ago, where he said that people are like demonizing these kids for not going outside and playing and always being on their phone and always being on the technology. But he said that this technology is actually like a source for them to like. They have all these outlets like the social medias and all these things that are actually getting them to go do things or like
because
go
people
search for something or like
people will go out and do something for the gram, you know.
Right.
That was one of the things he said.
Exactly what he said. People will go and do something.
People will go outside and adventure to go find a good spot to take an Instagram photo.
Right, yeah.
And believe it or not,
think about how many kids went outside when Pokemon Go came out.
Hey,
that was great.
Pokemon Go had its biggest year in 2019, fun fact. It did the best in sales it ever did in 2019. I was reading about it the other day.
But you know what? Pokemon Go had a great social impact. It
100%.
had people going to parks who were doing giant Pokemon.
I met
Castle
people that
Island
I never
was
thought
like
I was going to meet
packed
out
with kids.
until 4 o'clock in the morning. Some random people, but they were good people.
I still played it well until last year. I haven't played it recently, but there were people out there they had these things called raid hour events where every Wednesday throughout the summer they'd have one specific hour where you can go and catch a rare Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember it's funny. So I used to be a camp counselor and a school age counselor for the YMCA.
Yeah.
When it first came out is when I was working that job. This is back a while ago, actually.
2016.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, so that came out during that summer. And for basically the rest of the summer, all the kids would talk about is Pokemon Go, all that. They'd tell me, so we would pick them up on a bus every morning usually at a school pickup, and the first thing they would do, they would get out their phones because they're not supposed to use their phones at camp. But while they were riding the bus, they would all just be on their phones doing that, talking to each other about that. And I was like, I don't get that stuff as much, because first of all, it's a cool game. It's not necessarily my kind of game, but whatever,
it's more of a time passer type thing.
And everyone has and I have games that I'll use as time passes and all. That's just not my forte.
Right.
Yeah, but I did think it was nice that because I would hear the stories I was out with whoever yesterday night after we got back, and we stayed out all night just doing Pokemon Go and all that, and I thought that was pretty cool because it's you don't really hear about kids doing this a lot of stuff outside and being just interactive with each other and socially while they're doing stuff like that. And all they're doing an activity that maybe older generations wouldn't relate to as much. They're still doing the same stuff. They're still getting outside. They're still being social. Still interacting. Still just seeing the world a little bit.
For the longest time last year, my routine was I'd go to the gym around maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And I'd stay there until about 9:30, 10, and I'd get out and I'd just go walk around a park and just get in
how
some
long were you in the gym? You do a 2-hour, 30-minute workout every single goddamn
Well, I hit the sauna for a little bit beforehand and after.
I worked out with him for 6 months, a couple of years ago, and it'd be I'd set a timer on my phone when we did our first rep of the first workout.
You work out so fucking much, dude. I remember I went with you too, and it's I was bro, this is a lot of shit you're doing in one day.
Would go. I would be with him for 2.5, 3 hours. Me and Anthony would go to the gym in 45 minutes, and we're I think we did a good job.
I'll do a solid 2-hour workout. I do a long workout, but Sean, you take it to the umpteenth level, bro. You get some nuts.
Then again.
He also has abs. All right, none of us have abs except Sean.
To be quite honest, I haven't done that as of recent. I've been more in the 45-minute to an hour range, just kind of going in and out. But
all right, so getting back into video games, we have Animal Crossing coming out. We're talking about Pokemon. We have the Pokemon expansions coming out.
Yeah.
We all have the Switch. We're playing the Switch. Do you have any other games you're interested in coming out?
GTA 6, which is not confirmed.
Wait, GTA 6 is coming out soon?
No, it's not confirmed. It's just one can hope.
New Elder Scrolls is not confirmed. I don't think either, but it's coming out. The new Xbox, the new PlayStation.
EA, make Skate 4.
Skate 4.
Make another Tony
What
Hawk
video games
Pro
would you guys?
Skater.
What video games would you guys? Either a series or any kind of other concept, I guess, that you would like to see in production.
Something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean something that you haven't heard any news about, but it's maybe a series that you like a lot. That
Star Wars Bounty Hunter remake.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd love to see some new Ace Combat.
Honestly, I can't think of anything. I just all the games that I get are pretty much already in a series, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, GTA.
Yeah. No, it does. It could be something that's in a series, but the series just hasn't released a game in a while.
I want a Diamond and Pearl remake for Pokemon. That'd be nice.
Pokemon MMO.
Something like that would be nice.
What kind of platforms are you guys playing on these days?
Xbox.
Yeah.
Switch,
PC.
Well, he's also he has PS4.
PS4, but I haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't really played a lot of my Xbox just because it's been kind of dry lately. I got sick of the new COD already.
Yeah. Well,
but
I kind of downloaded Naruto for the PS4, and I played the fuck out of that for a month, and then I played Spider-Man 24/7. And
I just
kind of the graphics on Spider-Man.
That was
absolutely unreal.
I'd waste hours just going around the city, like swinging around and just interacting with people on the streets. That game was amazing. If you guys haven't picked it up, 10 out of 10, solid experience. Go get it. It just got a Game of the Year edition too.
Really?
The graphics are unreal on that game, and like thinking about that and like how far that we've come with technology and stuff nowadays. Like, do you guys remember back in the day, like when we were younger, we thought like 2020 we'd have like flying cars and shit. Like,
we have VR.
we have VR. That's the closest thing that we have.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have lane diversion assist on your Toyota Camry.
and then we got Smart Park.
We got Smart Park.
You
It's
got
2020.
You got Smart Pack?
We got Smart Park.
No, but you know what's crazy? You remember the back in the day, like on the PS2, like the memory cards were 8 megabytes.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I still have some of those.
And now, like,
I
I have
still have some.
now, like, I completely filled up my 500 gigabyte hard drive on the Xbox, and I had to buy a 3 terabyte external hard drive. Like,
Do you remember that little camera that they had for the PlayStation that came out, and you could like play things on it? It never worked for me.
it was
The
a
what?
game too, right? I have it.
Yeah, it's games.
iToy.
Yeah.
Wait, what was
Yeah,
it?
iToy. Yeah.
What was it?
You could
It's
you
like
could,
a
you could like
camera.
you could like wash windows and
It's a
swipe
Kinect
away
before the
ninjas and
Kinect, but
stuff.
for like the
Nah,
PS2.
hey, they had even further back. They had the Game Boy camera, the Game Boy
Yeah,
Color.
they did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
They released it- They released it right before Pokemon, and one of the like exclusive things you could do with it was
Yeah.
like print out pictures of the Pokemon
Yeah,
and take
dude.
pictures.
They had, like,
with
the
them
real-
and
oh
stuff.
my God.
Yeah,
That's
Game Boy
pretty
camera.
sick.
That was like
That's
1995.
That's crazy.
You gotta think like the stuff we're using now, like was in development 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So are we gonna have flying cars in 2040?
Yeah, we'll see. I guess.
I don't
20
think.
years.
Honestly,
So look, like the actual thing with flying cars, I feel like when you're talking about future concepts, like people have always been interested in flying cars because one, transportation is like the main thing behind every economy, every infrastructure. Everything is based around how humans get around, right?
Yeah.
Used to be from the horse and buggy, you know, early
commerce.
cars. Yeah, you know,
are we talking about real flying cars or like
Well-
cars that can hover a couple feet in the air,
flying cars. Let's
good
say real
enough.
flying cars,
like
right?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Yeah, so, but it's like the thing with flying cars is like logistically they just don't make sense.
Yeah,
No,
they
no,
don't.
They don't.
There's there's no way they could.
I wouldn't say
There's no way like
No.
how all the safeties and stuff on the road that is for normal cars, like
Yeah.
street lights and lanes
Yeah.
and stuff. You can't put that
You
in
can't
the
do
sky.
that in a car.
Yeah.
We can make a flying car. I don't think actually
No.
making a vehicle fly.
They already
person-
have.
Yeah, you know, it's basically a plane. Like we have like small planes that an individual can use, right? Why not just have every human use one of those instead of like their, you know, car?
Yeah.
But the thing is, infrastructure there's no infrastructure in
and
there.
you gotta take off a fucking runway.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
It
so
takes me 4 minutes to get home.
even if you're going to a business, how are you going to land in their parking lot if you need like fucking 200 feet just to stop? You know what I mean? It's like
You make it like
just get disposable
no,
planes.
you make
and
it like a
hop out
hover
of
jet.
them.
You
Yeah.
make it like a hover jet.
Yeah.
So you are in your driveway and you just go up in the air and hover jet, and then you fly. And then when you need to land, you just
you know what's interesting?
Land
though?
down.
So drones, big thing that's been popular in recent years. They could definitely make like a 4-passenger drone. And
Yeah, they have single drones that can carry a person right
Right.
now. You can
So,
buy it on fucking Wish, probably.
that
I don't think I
is
trust that.
that would
no wish.
logistically that would make
My
more
hovering
sense.
drone
If we're
comes
talking about
with the coronavirus.
flying personal vehicles for mass production, that would make way more sense than like everyone being in actual plane type cars that need a runway, could probably go way faster. But yeah, we could definitely do something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
You know, I could see that being so I could say like a drone type based vehicle becoming popular, maybe in like the next 50 years. Not popular, but it's like starting to be released in the next 50.
There was a
years.
video of a dude
So what
in
do
the
you?
city. He had
Drone
he had
story.
a he had a drone and he attached a hammock to it,
Yeah,
and
I
he was
saw
in the
that.
hammock underneath it,
Dude,
flying
that's so
himself around.
dangerous,
too.
though. You could crash into something. That thing
It's the
could,
battery dies.
Don't
give
they,
up at any second.
What was it? Amazon started delivering packages by
I
drones.
think they
in
have a
certain areas.
concept going. Yeah, I don't know
But
if they're actually doing.
If
it.
I saw an
yeah.
Amazon drone like
People try
going
to
down the
shoot that down, to
sidewalk,
be honest.
I would be
People
like,
shoot
yo,
that
I'm gonna throw a
every
rock
time.
at it.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
BB gun
do you-
sales would go up. Like,
The whole thing with flying cars and something like of that nature,
yeah,
it has to be about like the money.
yeah.
So what's the cheapest way they can produce it to like
They can't yet.
a
That's the whole
household
thing.
market, right? And even if they can
I think
produce
it
it
could
for
be
a
pretty
household
cheap.
market,
Things
right?
generally get cheaper to produce as time goes.
Look at what Elon Musk is doing for
Look,
Christ's
yeah,
sake.
100%. But away from that,
All
away
right,
from that, right?
Yeah, what?
what are you gonna power that with, and how far can it go? Because if you can,
dangerous thing. No, he has a great point because you know what? If your car battery dies while you're driving
in the air,
you just pull over.
If your alternator goes in the air,
yeah, it's what I'm saying. Like you'll have people dropping out of the sky. That's just like a terrible thing. I think this is terrible timing that we're talking about this because of what happened Sunday.
Sorry.
What happened on Sunday?
Matt.
Kobe passed away on Sunday.
Oh.
Very unfortunate. R.I.P. Kobe.
Alright.
A legend.
Alright, guys.
Alright, so getting into starships. I think we should have starships like they do in Star Wars, like in The Mandalorian.
For the record, I knew that happened. I just had a brain fart.
Oh man,
we're back.
Yo, if I could get like a TIE fighter to drive you to work, that'd be amazing, bro.
That was good.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up. R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The last topic.
Seriously, though, can we talk? So
The Mandalorian.
No, I just do want to touch on that. Kobe had a huge impact on society. I mean, that man was a living legend, you know.
Yeah, this
and
event shook the world.
Shook
bro.
it, yeah, completely. So people all over the world are very sad about that. It's just it's really heartbreaking to see in the videos though, like people like LeBron, people like Shaq. They used to play with this guy. I think that's.
You see Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. So that really shook a lot of people.
Shaq.
So I think I just want to say that guys, appreciate people while they're here, and hopefully. I don't know, man. That's something that's like kind of like makes me tear up a little bit because, even though I was never huge into basketball, I think that for any like young athlete or anyone, honestly, not even athletes, I think anyone who has like a lot of ambitions, like people like that are the people that you want to listen to, people that you want to follow, and I think we can only hope that each person has an impact on others like Kobe did. So rest in peace. Gonna continue with the podcast, but thank you for guys.
That was well spoken.
Can we get a yeet for Kobe?
Yeet.
Can I get a look? Where's the ball paper?
Where's the ball paper?
I gotta do it.
We're gonna take our podcast list.
I guys can't see it,
but there's a little like Tupperware bucket. Kobe.
There we go.
Shit.
There you go.
This is why I played hockey.